Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
You're for whatever reason you have no volume right now.
How about now?
There you go.
I'm like, I hear nothing. What is happening? I'm like, what's the heck is going on here? Welcome into the show. That's the kind of start of the day we're having here. Like, subscribe, ring the bell. I don't even. You're just having one of those mornings. That's the way it's just been for the last 20 minutes or so. We'll see what happens. That's all I can. Welcome on in, everybody. Midday Money on a what the heck day is it today? Tuesday, the 28th. Winding down here, the month of March. Again, welcome on in. If you haven't already, again, subscribe, bring the channel here. Winner free picks and parlays in the description and in the chat. You got the Believe link. So when we do our late show like we did last night and talk baseball for 40 minutes, an hour, whatever, you don't have to watch it. You could just listen wherever you want because that's what we're going to do tonight. We'll run back, talk about some Major League Baseball for Thursday. We'll go over the lines here again today because it's a limited schedule. And you don't want to miss out on some Major League Baseball winners because we love MLB.
And by the way, we have totals now for the opening
Totals
day.
Up. I was just looking. Well, I was on taking care of this phone call I was just doing before, and there was nothing. I did see. I got the banners, so you'll see the couple of lines did change, but I didn't have totals there on the site. 7-day steals in there, $31.20. Madness. You get a week of plays. Let's be honest. Between opening day on Thursday and the other team's opening day on Monday, and just the baseball in between, you're going to be at less than $1 a play. So you don't want to miss out on that for a weekly pass. Or if you're a real bettor and you have some money in your pocket, why wouldn't you want to get a baseball pass for the entire season? Basically, it's like what, 6-7 months of action, $52 a month. It's right there, $374.25. $13 a week. You're not $13 a week. Don't bet. I say this all the time. I make jokes about, look headlines and betting games ahead of time and stuff. Folks, if you don't have $1 a day to bet, why are you watching the show? Why the heck are you watching the show? So all the links are in the description and in the chats on Picks and Parlays YouTube channel, Winner Free Picks YouTube, Facebook pages. Check it out. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. There you go. This is our big game for today. I don't even, there's no recap. I can't even recap anything. I should have a recap. Let's recap yesterday real fast. So here we go. Recap for yesterday. NBA, a 1-5 day. Wonderful. Denver, half-point loser there. I did hit with Detroit 17.5. Pacers, Portland, Kings, Bulls, all losers. That's why I make jokes about no betting allowed. Because the day I really like the NBA, I'm thinking, you know what? Let's fire away. The day before we fired away, we had a bunch of winners we talked about, dog style. Yeah, well, no doggy style yesterday. Well, we took it doggy style. Is what we did. Going 1-4 there. It was terrible. Whatever. No thank you today. Here we go. You want today's game? North Texas over to 115. We've talked about it multiple times. So there you go. North Texas. Show's over. That's about it. Actually, I shouldn't say. Tim might have some NBA for us. Who knows? Tim, you got any NBA on this fine Tuesday morning?
Oh, yeah, of course. I did not touch any of the later games because those were all 7 to 10 point favorites at home. No, thank you. I grabbed Washington, Atlanta, and Miami. I think it was too many points with Washington. I took Atlanta at home after Cleveland clinched last night with a Pacers loss, and then the Heat after getting blown out by 29.
Well, I mean, Cleveland's kind of backs in, and they've been playing well. Do you really? I mean, it's a pick 'em. I get it.
Exactly.
A team 20 games over 500 and have won 8 of 10. It's kind of like, yeah, I understand taking Atlanta. No, thanks for me. I'm done with the NBA. That's it.
Fair.
That's it. I'll see you in the playoffs. We're done. 40 and 52 with NBA in the video, minus 14.95. So no, thank you.
That's fair.
Hockey, I didn't look at.
It was a bad night for me too. I think I reverse swept. Oh no, sorry. We both had the Pistons. We were good there. Pacers sucked. Jazz got were close for a while and then lost the fourth quarter by 11. Nuggets missed by a hook.
Yep.
And the Kings lost outright. So it was just a great day.
I guess the Joker wraps up his MVP with another triple-double. Joe Embiid too scared to play basketball.
Yeah, I posted. I saw that on thing. And it's like, oh, Caffendrick. So I went, no. I retweeted and go, Joel Embiid, in parentheses, scared of Jokic, out for today.
Yeah. I mean, there's no other way to look at it.
Yep.
No other way. You don't sit out. I never saw Jordan sit out when it was time to play Magic or Barkley.
There was a stat. Joel Embiid has now missed, 14 games this year? There's only been one MVP in NBA history to win it and miss at least 14 games. And
What's
that was
the team?
Bill Russell.
What's the team record in his losses?
Oh God, I have not a clue.
Yeah.
I can try to
because
figure
they're
that out.
competitive without him. I mean, it's not like that's a bad team.
They're fine without him. Here, I'll look that up and I'll be right back.
Miz, North Texas and the under. I don't mind. Listen, I like North Texas, Miz. Sure, North Texas and the under. Let's go for it. Let's do it. Don't you love the NBA? Yes. You see, I switched the banner. I went Detroit Lenny style with the condensed banner. Although I should change the black. Tim, how do we change the color on the banner? Because I got the black background.
What do you mean?
You see where it says like
on the banner here?
Yeah. How do you change that coloring on the backing?
What color do you want? Well, I don't
probably like a blue against the black.
You can't. You would have to do it this way.
No.
Or this way. Or this way. Because with this, it's going to be gray no matter what.
All right. I mean, because I kind of like that, but the one you had before that, what's the one before that? That one's not terrible. I could live with that color. Because it's against the dark, because we got the black behind it. We can't have the same kind of color.
We could also have it as like bright yellow.
No.
Okay. There you go. Have fun.
There we go. Tamush is in house. Good afternoon. Head, purple, blue, peace. What is that? Hand sign? Purple? I don't even know. I guess the emojis do not show up today. A lot of links in the chat.
By the way, I got the record. Sorry, that's last year's record. Let me find this year's record.
What was he last year?
There were 6-8 with him out last year. I got to find this year's record.
Dave took the Yanks and the Blue Jays today's preseason. No, thank you. Last day, really the last day before. I'm not looking.
All right, I got this year's.
Okay.
Yeah, you can call him an MVP, even though the Sixers are 9-4 with him out.
9-4.
9-4 with him out. There you go. There's your record with him.
There you go. And speaking of, here we go. We got the Joel Embiid stand account here. T-Money loves Embiid. There you go. Nuggets beat Embiidless Sixers, and no Embiid. The Sixers are 9-4. Not an MVP. They win without him. They don't even need him.
Yep.
9-4. That's 60%. Forget about it. Brio's in the house. Welcome, my friend. How are you today? Michael's here. Good morning, Michael. Bad night. I don't know how I think the Kings can win anything in the playoffs. They played no defense. Terrible game by the Kings. Terrible, terrible. You're just saying that because you're a Warrior fan, so you're excited about a team that plays no defense because your team's horrible on the road. So you got a little puncher's chance there. Dave's coming in and took UAB. Any thoughts on the Blazers tonight? I kind of like that. I as much as whatever, I don't care. I got the picks up. I don't mind. I bet UAB at minus 123, and I got North Texas at 123 because I don't wait till tip off to bet games. I like both of those games. Blazers playing really well. I know Utah Valley's a team I like a lot. We had them last game against Cincinnati. Absolute blowout. Right? I knew it was going to be close. But that was it. That was a huge game for them. Home, TV game. It's a big school for them coming to their home court in Cincinnati. UAB, let's be honest, UAB, North Texas, Florida Atlantic, you got a bunch of teams from this conference still alive. I mean, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. El Rado Deportivo. Hello. Jesse Schuldenhouse. Don't you think 9 points is too much for the Dubs to be laying against the Pelicans off of 5 straight wins? I don't even want to do anything with NBA today. I mean, the Warriors are not a team I want to bet on laying 9 points anywhere, home, away. I mean, it's I don't like betting the Warriors. Good spot, bad spot, whatever the case may be. No, thank you. And didn't the Warriors just lose the last game too? Didn't they lose at home to Minnesota? It's up to 9. Like, what are we missing there? Michael, halftime. That's not halftime. That's going to be North Texas. First half money line -120. North Texas is 115. Straight first halves. Warriors Pelicans under the 235. Two teams having play positions. 5 of the last 6 have gone under the total. That is your team, Michael. I can't condone betting Golden State anywhere laying 9 points home, away, on Mars. Doesn't make a difference. Flat Earth, Glober Earth, Atlantis. I'm not a Golden State guy. Did not, but honestly, Jesse's like, does it seem like a bit much? It seems insanely a lot. And my first instinct would be to bet the Warriors laying 9. Like, why are they laying 9? Michael, actually want to grab Valley at 4. Conference USA has 3 of the last 8 teams playing. Fair to say it's underrated. Yeah, I just mentioned that. I mean, it's unbelievable. But don't worry. Don't worry. Next year, we'll get more. We'll get Wisconsin in there and Vanderbilt and Rutgers, and there'll be less of these teams to cause trouble. Don't you worry your little heart there, Michael. They won't be around to bother the committee members. Hope Ravens trade Lamar to the XFL. Why have not the Jets taken a step here? I mean, honestly, people are going to go for Hooker for Tennessee. They're going to take him in the second, third round. Like, oh, he might be good. Lamar's younger than that guy. Why is not a team trading? Again, we know why, because he doesn't got an agent, the big dummy he is. Get an agent, Lamar. You would have been paid already, or you would have been on Tampa Bay, or the Saints, or the Falcons, or Tennessee, or the Redskins, or the Jets, or the Colts, or we can keep going on and on and on with the exception of KC, Buffalo, Cincinnati, and Philadelphia. I mean, every other team would take you as a quarterback. I mean, where else you going? Maybe the Chargers got a quarterback. I mean, what are you doing, Lamar? You made your bed. You got to lie in it. Sorry, you're not getting paid now. Your own fault. Sorry, you're not getting traded. Your own fault. I mean, this guy. I can't see how a team would be like, oh, we got to worry about his health concerns here. No, the guy sat out because he wasn't going to get paid. He was his own agent. That's why he sat out the year, and I don't blame him. I blame him for not having an agent. These fools are still running around talking about Tua. Tua's great. That guy gets hit. He's out with a concussion every time. He's on Dizzy Street. I mean, like, what are we doing? Let's get Aaron Rodgers and pay him $90 million for 2 years. Yeah, that's going to work out. Oh, by the way, you got to sign all the guys that I couldn't win with, too. Yeah, that'll work out real well. I don't got the offensive, rookie of the year. I got a great running back. No. What the heck? I mean, really. This is the only game I'm going to put up here for now. I don't want to leave somebody's name up here as I rant about Lamar not demanding a trade to, Tampa Bay. Who's Tampa? Tampa Bay's rolling with Kyle Trask? Florida guy, I guess. I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? Go to Tampa Bay. You're still better than the Saints. I don't care that they got Carr. That offense is good. With a quarterback who could throw the ball more than 14 yards and not into the dirt like Brady had been, that's a good offense. Come on. Who do I got to make it happen with? Let's go. The Jets. Make it happen. If I'm the Titans, what are you doing? You're that sold on Jacksonville? Okay, a nice little season last year. They're going to build on it, maybe. The Colts, somebody. We just did the NBA, Brio. I'm definitely doing no NBA. I'm done with the NBA till May when the playoffs start. And even then, I'm bitter. Team Money, a little Braves money line for me today. Braves are going to be special. I can't do, excuse me. Last day before break-in camp. Not interested. This is one where, what do you got to go up there and take a swing? I didn't even look at the lines today for Major League Baseball. What are the baseball lines today? Hold on a sec. This is like a final week of preseason. A lot of day games. I mean, look at this. Pick'em, Phillies. Yanks are 140. Pittsburgh, Minnesota's a pick'em. I mean, like normally I'm like, oh, I'll take Tyler Mahle. He's got experience against the Pirates. He's a red guy. Braves, yeah. I mean, Braves are an underdog today. Or no, actually, I'm sorry, it flipped. They were an underdog and now they're a 125. Yeah, Boston for me with Crawford there. Brady Singer and Martin Perez are starting today. I mean, that's funny because that was like last year's like opening day guys. Now it's like Greinke and DeGrom going opening day. Peralta and Feldner. Again, how's Milwaukee? They see a pick 'em versus Colorado plus 105 there. No thanks. No thanks. My boy Reed Detmer's going. My Cy Young Reed Detmer's my rookie of the year, Ryan Peabody. Braves are going to be good, yes. I'm leaning the Hawks money line, short line. I can't see Trey does not play winning basketball. Magic plus 7.5. They've covered 10 in a row versus West. We could always get down with some Orlando Magic money. You know that. We're always pro Orlando ball. Yes. The Atlanta game, it's a pick 'em. What's that about? Looks odd to me. So I'm with you there, Michael. Says new comments, but there's no new comments. There they are. There they are. Michael, sidewise in Warriors game, I go Pelicans first half. Warriors are more second half team. 8.5, 9 seems like begging to take the Pelicans. Absolutely. So Warriors it is. Jesse, stick with your hockey, says Miss. Chad, welcome to the show. I don't think I've seen you post before. Do you believe that will help the Pelicans lose so the Lakers have a better chance to stay in it? Makes sense. They want the Lakers in, so I'm all for the NBA fixing things for the Lakers. Absolutely, 100%. Again, with the 9, you got to take the Warriors there. UAB at 10:30 start. That's because the first game is a 7 o'clock start or whatever it is. I don't know if it's 10:30. Is that where are you on the West Coast? I mean, it's supposed to be a 9:30 start on the East Coast. Were you in England? Actually, England's further away. What are you in? You in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean on an oil rig? What are you doing? Working on a wind farm in the Atlantic Ocean? 10:30. Where's it 10:30? It starts as 9:30 time. And really it'll start a half hour after the North Texas game. Wisconsin ends. You know. Michael, Lamar to the Jets. That's the way. Listen, Rodgers, I just don't want to pay Rodgers that money. Again, he's great. He was great. I'm not paying him right now that. No. Lamar is 10 years younger than the guy. I'll take a shot with a guy who's 10 years younger. I don't know. Well, you got to pay him. You're going to pay Rodgers whatever his ridiculous contract is for a year or two. Say he wets the bed, which, let's be honest, if you're a Jet fan, you know what's going to happen here. He's going to stink. The Jets are going to be in last place. That's the way it's going to play out. He's going to retire, and you're still with $80 million of dead cap money. And then you're trading draft. At least they're not trading like 5 number ones for him. I'm trading nothing for him. If I'm trading number 1, I'll trade it to the Ravens and get Lamar, who's an MVP guy, who's 25, 26 years old. He's younger than Joe Burrow. He's younger than Hooker, who's going to go in the second round. What are you doing? The guy's a winner. He wins games. Trade the 1 pick this year. You got a receiver. You got a running back. You got an offensive line. The defense is Super Bowl quality. It is a good defense. Yeah, let's try to win one time where I could get Lamar and be good for the next 5 to 8 years. People just think so small. People think small. Why do I write about Lamar is not a passer? It's a problem. He's an elite runner. Lamar was offered 175 over 3. Yeah, 3. I don't want 3. You want 5 years. Give me 5. I mean, he can pass the ball. He's on a team that say, not only we're not going to get you wide receivers to throw to Lamar, we're going to have like a plethora of running back by committees. Imagine he's on a team that has wide receivers. Who's this guy's best wide receiver? Who? I mean, what, Steve Smith when he was like 70? I'm trying to think who's good on this team, wide receiver wise. Hollywood? That's a guy? Oh, Hollywood Brown. I mean, is that a joke? Who's been good on this team? He's got a tight end. Dave, come on. I'm not some Raven lover. I mean, I'm stuck with Dak Prescott. I got to pay that guy $40 million. That's the wait. Pay. You got to pay the freight here. What are you doing? Like if someone after retail value, it's 4.5. It's a crazy line move. It's because UAB is going to crush them. That's why it's a line move like that. Lamar will never win a Super Bowl. I don't know about that. I mean, granted, I mean, you could say he never wins quite because he's got to go up against Pat Mahomes. Here's the thing. The quarterback the quarterback can't win. You're facing Mahomes or Burrow, two guys who could dominate, two offenses that dominate. Is your defense going to make a play? We could say this about the Chiefs. Just talk about the past Super Bowl. How defenses have to make a play. The guy can only do so much. You put up 28, 30 points. What's you got to come out and play in the secondary to knock down balls too? Can't say that. Can't say that, miss. What are your picks today? North Texas. That is it, Dave. I got North Texas today. That is all. I got no NBA. Went 1 of 5 yesterday in the NBA. Forget about it. I'm done with the NBA. 40 and 52 at NBA in the video. I'll wait till the playoffs. You got to wait a day for baseball. So today and tomorrow, not much stuff for you. Maybe a hockey game tomorrow. Baseball, we got plenty of picks for opening day. I got them in the thing. If you watch the show last night, I'll go over them now. I'm just gonna go through the comments and we'll get to some baseball for Thursday. It is Pablo Lopez pitching for Minnesota. There is a Jorge, but it's Pablo. They fixed it last night. Finally, miss. Why can't Lamar win the Super Bowl? I'm sure people said the same thing about Stafford, Foles, and Trent Dilfer. Seriously, he could win. Got to be in. Antoine, what's up, Hig? What's up, Twin? Been a while, but I'm back. Good to see you, Antoine. Thanks for coming back. Right in time for baseball season. Oh, and Baltimore's not going to win. Well, no. You're not going to win Baltimore because you're a one-man show, and the whole franchise rides with you. They won't do anything to help you. Belichick pulled this stuff in New England, but you had Tom Brady as your quarterback, and he made things work. And when you had Randy Moss, you went undefeated. I mean, let's be honest. They bring in a wide receiver. They went undefeated. I'm not saying Lamar will go undefeated with a wide receiver, but can you get something? Anything? The women's story is just as interesting as the men's. I don't know. Women's sports do not count, Antoine. No. I have no idea who's even playing, nor do I care. I can't read defense and check off top. What are you talking about, man? Have you seen this guy play? The guy was the MVP for like the first couple weeks of the season. The first 4 weeks, first of all, they had the defense had that ridiculous breakdown versus Miami. The guy was great. I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen. I might sound like I'm a big fan of Lamar. I just don't understand. I mean, this kind of stuff. The guy wins games. What are you talking about? He wins with nobody around him. To Moose from Michael Van Gerwen in darts. This is a joke. David, Lamar was the 19th rated passer as MVP year. He should not have won MVP. Lamar's never gotten or wanted to get better as a passer. All GMs are smart not to pay him. He's another Dak. Well, I mean, I think Dak throws a little better, but he's got guys around him. And that's fine. He's a 19th rated passer, but the guy rushed for 5,000 yards or whatever the heck he had. Dave, come on. He can't pull up that one side without leaving out the other side of his game. And he's running for his life because he's got nobody to throw to. Again, give me in the comments here his great wide receivers. Three times coming in. Good afternoon, Steelers fan. Lamar deserves money. Daniel Jones gets 30. He got $40 million. Daniel Jones getting paid more this year than Pat Mahomes. That is what quarterbacks get paid. I don't make the rules. That's what the GMs pay quarterbacks. Again, I don't want to pay Lamar, but I'm going to go pay Will Levi from Kentucky. Yeah, he looked really good in Kentucky. Yeah, he looked really good. All I know is that Sam Howell 2 years ago was supposed to be the best quarterback in the draft. He went in the 5th round to the Redskins. He didn't even get a start till the end. I mean, stop with like you're going to draft a guy. How many busts are there? Let's start about quarterbacks. Let's go through them. How many good quarterbacks are there? People mock Kirk Cousins. The guy puts up numbers left and right. But he's terrible. Terrible. Guy's got more touchdowns than everybody in the league but 2 quarterbacks the last 5 years. But he's trash. So you're saying here is a 19th rated passer. Well, Kirk Cousins throwing 100 touchdowns. He's right up there with Mahomes and Rodgers or whoever. But the guy gets 0 love. I mean, stats don't mean anything. Lamar wins 75% games. Exactly. I don't get it. Again, I don't even like the Ravens. It's not like if the guy had an agent, we wouldn't be talking about this because that's what you do. Your guy comes in, he sells you. What's there to sell? I'm an MVP. You're looking to draft a guy who's older than I am. You want to sign a guy who's out the door retiring in a year. Come on. Come on. Nobody wants to call him up and talk to him. That's what that is. Get a freaking agent. Anton, I love my Cowboys, but Dak stinks. We're stuck with him. Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want Dak. I mean, you sign a quarterback, you're done. You're done. Especially when you have a crap coach. Kansas City's not going to be good without Hill. Well, you got a great offensive coach in Andy Reid. That's what he does. He makes guys better around him. Mahomes is great. He's going to make average guys look better. He's got a guy in the tight end who's just could catch anything thrown to him. You look great. You got a crappy coach in Dallas. The guy couldn't win with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, everybody loves. Jets are they're falling over themselves to sign a 40-year-old relic instead of a 26-year-old MVP. He won once. Chokes all over the place as a coach. You're telling me Dak didn't have weapons on this team? I mean, we'll go back to when the other clown was running the show. Romo out there running for his life with a chicken without his head, making plays left and right to guys. Great offensive teams. Couldn't do anything because the coaches stink. As much as you want to say, well, Lamar doesn't throw the ball, he runs. Well, that's on the coach. And you know what? They win left and right when the guy's in there. Tell me a team, what fan base doesn't want to win 75% of their games every year? I'm going to go 12-4 and have a shot. We're going to have a shot every year. Who says no to that? Who's that moron? I give anything to have Lamar over Dak. I take Lamar. Let's do a trade straight up. They won't take him, Baltimore. Baltimore doesn't want to pay a quarterback. Michael, Daniel Jones get $40 million. Seriously. He doesn't have an agent. So in that case, on that side of it, he deserves everything he gets, which is nothing, which is getting less. That's what you get. That's what you get. Because if you had an agent at the end of the season, you would have been off to the races. You'd be setting the market. Not Carr, not any of these other guys. They would have been all on you. Again, the Jets, with that defense, yeah, I could look at a Super Bowl. But if I'm him, do I want to go to the Jets and be like, really? I got Buffalo here ahead of me. I got the Patriots who are always freaking the Patriots. I got Miami. Who knows what Miami with their quarterback situation? I got Burrow. I got Rivers. I got Russ with a new coach. Although I still don't think that team's gonna be. I got Mahomes. Yet I can go to Tampa Bay. Send me to Tampa Bay. First of all, I'm in Florida. How bad is living in Florida? You got no state income tax tomorrow. You'll be great. You got a decent offensive weapons around you. Now, coaching. Again, I mean, I know they got rid of Leftwich, I think, right? They fired the offensive coordinator on there with his 4 yards passing. I'm going to you wanted to go to the Saints? Little Young got the wide receiver down there? I get it. You could have went anywhere. Go to Atlanta. That crap division. Who's the tough team in the NFC? The Eagles? The Cowboys? We're really high on the Lions? The Niners with whoever their quarterback's going to be? Who's the good team? Get an agent. Marvin's off for $40 million for 3 years. Bruce Young and CJ Stroud already been passed. All right, Dave. Dave's obviously smoking crack this morning. Yeah, CJ Stroud. I heard the same thing about Justin Fields too. How he's a great passer as well. Stop it, Dave. Hope you're not driving. Pull over. Take a nap. But Bryce Young and Stroud better. Come on. I mean, let's go through the last great Alabama quarterbacks. Throw to Amari Cooper. I mean, let's run down. I talk about how Lamar can't get a wide receiver. Let's just talk about every first-round Alabama wide receiver in the last 5 years. All right? And when's the last guy's come out of Alabama as a quarterback? I mean, Hurts. Didn't Hurts have to? Didn't he get shipped out to Oklahoma? Right, Tim? Is that I got him right? I forget these seasons. They all kind of blend together. I mean,
sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What happened?
Hurts lost his job in Alabama, right? Who came?
Correct. He lost
his turnover, right?
Yeah, Tua Tagovailoa in the championship, I believe.
Right. Like, again, college guys putting up huge numbers.
Means nothing.
That's fine. Doesn't mean nothing. I mean, you think Tua's a good quarterback in the NFL? I don't know. We've yet to see it. Guy's been hurt. Hurts looks pretty good. Justin Fields, a lot of hype on Justin Fields. How's that turn out? I mean, we could go. Do we talk about the Jets taking a good quarterback? People like, I mean, come on. What are you talking about? This better than Lamar. Take away his running abilities, just average at best. RG3, Cam Newton, Vic. Well, first RG3, and how about Washington taking RG3 and Kirk Cousins in the same draft? It kind of saved them because Cousins turned into a good back. RG3 was great. He got hurt in the playoffs. They let him play, Shanahan. Cam, I mean, out of the three, I know Cam went to Super Bowl. I mean, RG3 really didn't get a chance to shine. He got hurt so young. I was never a big Cam guy. Vic was all over the place. I mean, he was awesome. I mean, I don't put him in those categories. That's all. Like RG3 was not enough for me. Vic was totally unguardable when he played. I mean, I know how old Yarm is. And Cam, I mean, I didn't like Cam. Corey Jones in the house checking in, lean towards the Heat, Hawks, Magic, Warriors. Again, NBA. The only one here, I mean, Magic, we like the Magic all the time. The Hawks line, yes, we talked about being short. Warriors, big number, you got to take them. Lamar's right. He won out. They haven't got any help from on offensive side of the ball. Exactly. Who's he throw the ball to? See what the Ravens look like without Lamar? Do you watch football? I mean, again, there's nobody to throw to. I don't care who the backup quarterback is. What is Lamar's playoff record? I do not know. It's probably it's got to be 500, under 500. I mean, most guys probably have those kind of records. I think Peyton Manning has like a 500 record in the playoffs. You're eventually, unless you're winning it all, you're losing. Dave, I mean, seriously, Dave. 50-year Cowboy fan. I'm sorry to say I miss Romo. I don't care what anybody says. I would take him over. Romo was awesome. The guy gets a bad rap. Like, oh, here he is. He threw an interception late in the game. Can the defense? I say this all the time. Can the defense, no matter what team it is, Romo coming, leading a comeback, anybody, insert any quarterback's name. You got to lead late in the game. A minute, 2 minutes ago, the other team comes down and scores. Where's your defense? Where's your defense to make a stop? And it's a quarterback's fault because he can't go down and score another touchdown in 60 seconds? Come on. You're going to get half of those. Half the time you're going to win, half the time you're going to lose. Every time you lose, you're the worst quarterback ever. It's ridiculous. Terrible. Jason Garrett. We wasted a decade with that guy. Lamar hasn't had any help. He was banged the most career like RG. Well, listen, RG3 was hurt. He busted up his knee. Different than Lamar. Lamar was a little banged up, and like I said during the time, I said, sit out the rest of the season. Why are you coming back? They're not paying you. You're moving on. Get healthy. But zero help off. Like, who is his wide receivers? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for the super duper Hall of Famers he's had. Great wide receivers he's had around him. Heat moneyline Maurice against the Raptors here. Under for me. Under for me. Tim says he likes the Heat. I get it. I'm not a Raptor guy.
It's not as much fading the Raptors. What did the Heat do their last game?
I don't know what they did.
They lost by 29 to the Nets at home. Heat moneyline today.
Yeah, bounce back day. Anthony, pound it. I have been. NFL's a mobile QB area. You have to have legs to be successful. They're definitely trying to get that offense going. Running, throwing, they're trying to bring that college excitement. But again, with Lamar, get an agent. Michael's out here. Have a great day. Probably get some work done. I guess. Get it done now because this time Thursday you'll be betting some MLB. It's been a while since I've been here. Talk me off Wisconsin. Yeah, we're all over North Texas. Andy, what are you doing? Wisconsin. Don't do it. You'll be talking to Tooch. What are you doing taking Wisconsin? I'm from Baltimore. He's average, trust me. Miz. All right. Hey. How about the rest of the offense? Why doesn't he have an agent? Someone please. Get it through my giant potato head. Why does he have an agent? Romo scored the best of him. He's good. He's a god in Texas. He was good. I liked Romo. I'll tell you, listen, I'm going to say he didn't muff that extra point against Seattle. They're going to Super Bowl that year. They're beating the Bears in Chicago with their running game and him. They're winning. They're winning. Dave, good afternoon. I like the Oilers tonight. Connecticut over Miami. What is that? Connecticut over Miami. Oh, that's a Final Four. What are you doing? It's Tuesday. No ice tonight for me. Jets clearly still struggling as a franchise. Chase Aaron Rodgers. Exactly. Hey, I got a 26-year-old MVP. No. Let's go for the 41-year-old guy who's a psychotic. He'll fit right in here. He'll fit right into lefty New York City when he comes in talking 9/11's inside job and the vaccine is poison. And Donald Trump's not a bad guy. Yeah, that'll work really well in New York. And not to be political, but come on, Aaron Rodgers. No, stay in your little hut out there in the Midwest where nobody bothers you. You can't handle the media, bro. So you're doing. What was he doing? Pat McAfee or some crap? Dude, stay out of New York. We got men. We got men in the Northeast, Aaron. All right. We don't. You can't take that kind of heat. Too cheap to pay. Exactly, Miz. It's ridiculous. He says he's too cheap. Why no agent? Doesn't want to pay him. Exactly. Is that what it is? He wants to save a couple bucks. And as I said, I've never played professional sports. Lawyers. I got a lawyer. I got an accountant. I could go TurboTax, do things myself. No, I'm going to pay a pro to do my work for me. What are you doing? I'm not hanging crown molding. Get a guy that gets you paid. At this point, I'm not sticking up for Lamar anymore. He deserves everything he gets, which is nothing. Go ahead. What a dummy. Unbelievable. Anthony, Tooch is out in North Texas. Be careful. Oh, my goodness. There's the kiss of death. There's the kiss of death. North Texas over, though. That's the play for the video. But, we didn't talk about any, and I've had this up the whole time here. I started up the whole Lines for Thursday banner here. And I talked about this on late look ahead lines last night. I guess it'll be official look ahead lines because Lenny made me a nice banner. Braves are freed. Although Tim said we do have totals. I don't have the totals listed.
7.5.
It's a 7.5 now?
Yep.
How about a run line? We got a run line in this?
I don't have any on the site, but I think it's around a minus 125, 130. You also got to keep in mind the Braves are on the road.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind. Let's see. Yes, we got no run line, but I do see a 7.5 here.
Yep. Over.
Still like the over though here. 7.5. I will go over. I know you're on the Nats with Corbin time.
Yeah, I'm just taking a shot at dogs. You're going to see a lot of dogs to begin the year.
I get it. I'm run line and the over with Atlanta here. Now, here's a dog we agree on. We'll fade
which you can get 150 on the site for the Giants.
Is it up now to 150? This was earlier. Yep, I'm seeing. I got a 157 here. Actually, where's our Canadian friends out in Line
Yeah,
Pros?
I can get 157. Yep.
Line Pros has a 157 up in this one here.
Nice.
All right, so you got you. I mean, I changed it. We'll see a couple coming up. I got some different lines in, but Orioles. I'm going to be taking the O's tomorrow. Is this line still the same?
I can find a 115.
All right, I'm looking
And
for
the total
plus 20 on
is
the O's.
9.5.
Yeah, I got
I can get plus 120 for the O's.
Caesar's got a 115, a 9.5, and a 120. Again, Line Pros always has a nice number here, but Will Hill's got a 115 for the commoners. Here we go. Our first move from yesterday to today. Brewers 125 up to a 130 with the Cubbies. And I sort of agree. Burns is tough. As much as I like my Cubs stuff, I might stay away here in opening day here. Maybe not get involved. Tigers line, another move here. 170 and 210 up to a 185, 225. I'll be a raise and an under guy here. What's the total on this? Let's see. You're probably going to beat me to it.
They're
6.5.
6.5.
Oh my goodness, 6.5. Oh.
At that point, I want to kind of look towards the over.
Exactly. I could see
there's a lot of 6.5s.
Rodriguez getting belted here. Nolan and Rangers. This is a plus 105, 125 here. Rangers for me.
I'm on the opposite side, but
I think but that's just your anti DeGrom, and Nola beats the Mets, so you're thinking it's that. Here's another 6.5. Another 6.5 out there.
I'll take the over in that one.
Yeah, that one. Okay, I'm just rolling DeGrom. Keller 115 and a 135 is now a 110 and a 130. This is an under game for me. What is this total? Don't tell me this is a 6.5. Can't be.
8.5.
Yes, I like it. Listen. They're bad teams. The pitchers aren't all that great. I think Hunter Green's excellent. I think he's a big strikeout machine. And Keller, he is what he is. But the Reds, who's hitting on the Reds? Under 8.5 for sure. Sign me up. Marquise, 155, 190. Now it's up to, I said, why is this line not $2? It is $2 now. Maybe it's moved since I did this morning. I don't know. I'm seeing, nope. I see, yes. I do. I see a $2 in Vegas and a 195 at Caesars.
Yeah. It's a 7 total.
7. Yeah. Juice to the over, 125. I kind of like the over a little bit because I think there'll be some hitting here.
Yeah. I like Blake Snell, though, but.
I do too. Mad Max, 120 up to a 130 here against Alcantara. What's this total?
6.5. And juice towards the under. Give me the over.
Yeah, 120 to the under.
Over in the Mets. The Mets win 5-4.
I like it. I like the over.
And I know I'm a homer with the Mets and everything. Mets are 39 and 16 or something on opening day.
Have you bet every one of those opening days?
No, but I bet the last couple of years there's 7-1 in the last 8.
I know. We talked about this last year because I made an age joke to you.
No, yeah, I know.
I'll bring out some ageism.
But over in the Mets.
Lopez 150 up to 155 versus Greinke and the O's. I want to do an over in this game just because Lopez is coming to. Yes, it is the Royals. It's still American League. It's a different kind of league here. 8.5 total. I kind of like the over.
Kansas City. I like Kansas City in this one.
I agree. Yeah, Greinke at home is always good. It's tough betting on a dude with those tops out at 84 miles an hour. It's like.
He has something on the road, though, so at home, though. So,
listen, this is Blue Jays all day. Every combination.
7.5. I like the over.
Every combination. I'm taking the Jays. I see a plus even money here at plus 100 at Caesars.
I'm leaning the opposite way. Don't tell Terry.
I'll take the over 7.5. I think Toronto scores 7 themselves versus Mikolos. I mean, come on. Cease. I like Cease here.
Yep.
Cease in the under.
For him.
Just. It's tough. And again, I'm going to bet a game, and if it loses. I think certain guys are good. We're going to bet certain teams I like. I think going to have good seasons. Dylan Cease is a guy who gives up 2 or less runs a game. That's just who he is. So I'll take a shot at a 140 something here. 143.
That and what we've liked to do the past couple of years is fade the team that's raising the banner.
Yeah.
It works out most of the time.
Otani's up to a 250 spot here. I'll come in and Kyle Mueller. A little X-Brave action here.
I'll be on Oakland in the over.
Over 6.5. Exactly.
6.5 the total over 100% because I'm either going to get Oakland or the over.
Yeah. I got to split it worse, and even if it's a winning split, if Oakland somehow pulls out a 3-2 win.
Yeah.
Dodgers are up to about a 180 here, so I got a 190 and a 150 up for 170. This made sense, and I said yesterday on the show, I said a 170. As much as I like Gallen and the Arizona Diamondbacks, why is this? How is the Dodger not a $2 fave? I thought it was kind of short. Now it's up to 190, and actually I'm seeing that's about right because the friends to the north here in Canada got a 168. I'm seeing a 190 and a bunch of 180s. So
I like Arizona still.
Yeah. Last game on the board, Bieber Fever in Cleveland, and everybody's new favorite team, the Seattle Mariners. Although we were Mariners fans last year.
Yes.
That was our little squad there.
And the year before.
I just hate when I get two teams I want to bet on going head-to-head. It's like, mid-major city for me. I got two guys. It's a short line, 115. I could take Seattle. Like, I'm taking 115 at home. I got plus money with Cleveland. I love their pitchers. Total 6. I like the over, believe it or not, 6.5.
6.5. I like the over, and I like Seattle. I'm high on Seattle this year. I think I even sprinkled a little bit on them to win the division. Because if anybody's going to give the Astros fits, it's going to be them. I like Castillo. I have a Cy Young ticket for him.
Worth it.
I think this is a good spot for Seattle. Start off the year at home. Yeah, I'll take the Mariners and I'll take the over. I think this could be a 5-3 game. Maybe even Mariners run line.
Yeah, I'll probably do a run line.
I'm not super high on Cleveland this year.
I just like their pitching. The pitching's going to keep you in it. But I just saw one of their guys. McKenzie's out for 2 months.
8 weeks. That's going to be rough.
That's a big
right off the rip.
Now you got a guy who's maybe be a bullpen guy. Now they're going to have to move guys up. You're going to get.
But it's Cleveland, so.
No, but still, you're going to bring up a guy that's going to stretch out the bullpen those days. It's not a guy you go in there. And again, this is thinking McKenzie's going to take another step forward and be a 7-inning solid pitcher.
Yeah. Cleveland should bring up Gavin Williams to be their fifth starter. I think that could be an interesting prospect to bring up.
Miz says, when defense goes to Lamar to first season, look at his stats. I don't have his stats in front of me for this career. Stats for me are the guy wins. That's the only stat I worry about. Do you win? The guy wins. And I'm not talking about covering spreads. I'm talking about for a team, if you're a GM of a team, does he win games? Yes. Yes, he does. Northeast Tri-State, Network Media. Is A. Rod ready for it? I mean, seriously. Rodgers is not ready for that. This is not Green Bay. Come on. Page 6. Be all over his little hut in the woods or whatever heck he's doing. Grace says UAB in the over. I like it. I like a 151. That line has not moved. That's been a steady 151.5 the entire time. Although the line moved because UAB was a 125, and now it's now they're -4. So opening day unders. I don't know if I'm really going to be running unders after what we saw in preseason. A lot of these overs, and granted, I don't know. I want to see how they adjust to the pitch clock in real time. That kind of nonsense. I got to look at still. I got to jump on some steals. I haven't not looked at guys' steals. I think steals are going to be way up. That's just me. Lex is here. Keep it classy. Higgs and a twin. You know how we roll, Lex. A lot of class. It's all low, but whatever. We'll take it.
Yeah, real quick. I got to head out. I got to get something done, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Do your thing, fella. You got bet win repeat show today?
No, Nick's setting up. We have to get 4 more videos done for the MLB previews. So we're banging out Phillies, Nationals, and Marlins today, and he wants to start one up. So
there you go. You couldn't wait till I'm finished. Good job, Nick. Thanks.
Hey, Nick, he texts me saying he's got 55% battery and he can't find a place to plug in. So blame Nick. I'll see you later.
Griffey's sitting on the Reds. You see his BP the other day. I saw somebody tweeted it. It said Griffey's the 4th highest paid player on the Reds this year. Nice, another deferred contract. Not Bobby Bonilla-esque, but getting paid. 1-3 in the playoffs. I don't, Missy. I'm not going to fault guys for losing playoffs. Teams, you lose. You win, you lose. Only one guy is going to have a great playoff record. That's the guy who wins all the Super Bowls. And again, this is a combination of who does he have with him? And I don't know. You've off the top of my head, I can't remember last year's playoffs. I'm not going back to his playoff record and games he's played, who he's faced. I don't know. If you're a Baltimore fan, who do you want instead of him right now? Who's out there? You're letting this guy twist in the wind. Terrible. Marco Gonzalez for Seattle. That's our guy. So Nerfy and Dog, first 5 run line parlays. Oh, my goodness. Lex, come on. You know me. It's going to be Ribby parlay all over. Ribby, wow. Ribby props. I can't believe I said parlay. Is that a Freudian slip? Am I going to start doing parlays? I hope not. Oh, man. Yeah, so listen, we'll be back tonight. We'll go over the games again. We'll do some totals and stuff, that win totals we did beginning of the month. If you want to come check that out. Again, the Look Headline show at night. Normally it's midnight Eastern. It's going to be a little earlier, especially now we have lines. I don't have to. And again, I'm not looking to do NBA. I'm not racing to do it. Concentrate in baseball, make money. That's why I try to stick to things I make money in. NBA, not so much 40 and 52. But let's say 10 p.m. tonight on the East Coast, 9 Central. I'll be a Look Headline show. And again, it's in the description. You can listen anytime you want. You don't got to watch me live. It's here, though. If you want to watch replays, it's, again, any podcast forum, go get it. You can listen anytime. Anytime. All right. I'm out of here. North Texas over tonight.